In this lesson we'll look at muting the strings, and I'm just going to happen to use Stevie Ray Vaughan's Cold Shot to kind of demonstrate that. I'm going to grab an A, the 7th fret of my D string, my 4th string, and when I play I'm going to actually move my hand across all 6 strings, but I'm only going to hear that A, so the rest are all being blocked, and I'm doing that by resting my first finger across the first 3, and then my second finger across 5 and 6. Plus sometimes I use my thumb to kind of help get the 6, so then in which case the middle finger is really just looking after 5. Now I can hit all 6 strings. In Cold Shot what he does is he goes down, strums down with the note depressed, then he releases the pressure and comes back up with just a click so we don't hear a note. So down with the note pressed across all 6 strings, but only the one note is ringing. Release the pressure and back up. Then he moves to a G, back a whole step to the 5th fret of that 4th string. We're going to block the string slightly different now. First finger is still going to block 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use my 3rd finger now to block 5 and 6. Again, my thumb's kind of looking after 6. Same idea though. I'm going to press my finger down across all 6 strings, release the pressure. He's basically going from A to G and back with a click, an up click in between. And at the end he plays a B minor 7th chord, which is just barring a finger across strings 1, 2, 3, 4. If you bar just strings 1, 2, 3, that's a B minor triad, but if you add that 4th string, it makes a B minor 7th. Then my first finger is going to give me an A minor 7th on the 5th fret. And then I'm going to do that on beat 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll put the clicks in for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Because it's a blues, he then moves up to the 10th position to give us a D. We started on an A for an A blues. We're moving to our 4 chord, which is a D. Play the same thing. And then he goes back to A like a blues. And then this is not a 12-bar standard blues. I believe it's a 19-bar blues. It's kind of an odd number of measures for a blues. You'd have to listen to the record to be sure. Also remember that Stevie tunes down a half step, or I should say tune down a half step. Rest in peace, Stevie. But which would mean you would be back in 4th position if you weren't tuned down to match the record. I'm not 100% certain on that. I mean, I know he tuned down, but whether that tune is played here, you have to listen and find out. And then the only other chord is the 5 chord. He doesn't move this figure to 5. He plays E7 sharp 9, also known as the Hendrix chord sometimes. Basically, it's built on an E7 chord, which we could find by coming back to a C chord. Throw our pinky in on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string for a C7. Move it a whole step higher would give us D7. Move it another whole step higher gives us E7. To make it E9, we're going to get rid of this E with the first finger and move it up a whole step. So it's the same chord, we had to switch the fingers a bit. And then to make it sharp 9, we'll raise that 9, which was F sharp, up to a G. That's our E7 sharp 9. And I believe he's going triplet. He's hitting the bass, the low E, the chord, the low E again, and then the chord twice, and he repeats that. So he gets a something like that. Have fun.